another lecture of physics, and the topic we were discussing was matter. So it is matter. And this was the first chapter that we are doing, that is S1. And which lecture? This is the fifth lecture on this topic. Fifth lecture on this topic. Last class we had talked about investigation 1.3. In which we had proved what? That the solids occupy space, liquids also occupy space. Okay. Now this is regarding investigation 1.4. So investigation 1.4. See, basically this investigation is what are things are required here. So the materials required are what? Let me draw the diagram for it first. We'll take a bucket. We'll take a bucket. So we're taking a bucket here, and in this bucket, what are you doing? You are taking 2 empty glasses of water. Let's draw the bucket first. Something of this sort only. Now in this bucket you are filling water also. Water is filled here. And here you have taken 2 glasses. This is the first glass. The positions of the glasses vary. One glass is in the vertically down, other is a little bit inclined. If you draw that one. So what are we taking here? Take 2 empty glasses. So what are the materials required here? Materials, or you can say apparatus. This is not apparatus only. Material or apparatus. Bucket. A bucket you need for this one. Then glasses. Water also should be there. So you need water also. Let me check if the board is shining or not. No, it is clear from here. Now let us see what the procedure they are doing here. It is saying 2 empty glasses of water to take, and 2 empty glasses and a bucket of water. So this is your bucket. This is your bucket. Okay, this is, and water is here inside this. Water inside the bucket. So do the hand also, not required with wrong. Now, so to turn a glass upside down and then push it into the water, into the bucket. Now see, for what we'll do, we'll take a glass. Suppose this is the bucket, this is the glass. First turn the glass upside down and then push it inside this bucket. Now what the question is saying, what the experiment is saying, it is saying that about 2/3 of glass remains unfilled because of the air trap. That means when you take this glass and push it inside upside down and please vertically down and drag it inside the bucket, then 2/3 will remain unfilled. So 2/3 of glass remains unfilled. Unfilled. What is the meaning of this? That means because there is already air. Can we say if nothing is there, already air is there in this one? Air in glass. So there is already air in the glass. Because of air already being there in the glass, the bucket is not the glass is not completely filled. So what happens then? Then what next they are doing? So because of the air in the glass, due to air in the glass already is there, that is why the glass is not completely filled. 2/3 remains unfilled. And because of that gas only, or because of the air in the glass is not able to fill completely. Then what next? Thus we can say that air occupies space. Obviously, since air was there in the glass, so air had occupied space. Air had occupied space in glass. That means air will occupy space anywhere. Also, and same way in the glass also it has occupied the space. So what is the meaning of this? It means that air has occupied the space in the glass. So because of air being present in the glass initially, that is why the glass could not be filled. Means what? If something is already filled, can you fill it more? No. So as much space was not occupied by the air, as much space was not occupied by air, that much only was filled with water. The remaining space in the glass, like see, I will draw a glass here like this. Suppose this much is filled with air. This much is filled with air. So can I say this much only is empty? So water will occupy this much. Water will occupy this portion only. The remaining portion in which air is there, that will be not taken up by the water because already air is there. So if air is occupying space in the glass, that space which is occupied by air will not be filled by water because already air is there in this one. Now bring a second glass in the water and similar manner keep it near the first one. Now you will bring another glass. So this should be vertical, I think so. This first one should be exactly vertical. First one should be exactly vertical. Okay. So now you are taking to one more glass is there. Now bring another glass. First you bring it vertically only and then tilt it. So first you bring vertically and then tilt it. Once you tilt it, what will happen? You will find that the air which was there in the glass will go away and there will be bubbles. Not to speak like that, but you must have done this thing while taking a bath. That bucket is there and mug is there. When you don't feel like taking a bath, what do you exactly do? Take the mug, make it inverted and then gently drop it and then little bit you tilt. So bubbles are coming. Like bubbles are coming from that surface of water or not? So those only things are what? That is only the experiment is. Okay. So that investigation is there. That similarly can you see now that inside the mug that you are taking for the bath, initially air was there. When you are just making it vertically downwards, let's see. Okay. See, for the first time, you took the glass like this and you have lowered it in the bucket like this only. 2/3 will be filled with air only 1/3 will be occupied with what? Water. But when you bring the second glass like this and tilt it a little bit, what will happen? The air which was contained in this glass, will be what? Go away, escape. And what will happen? That space now is vacant now. Earlier, in that space, air was there. But now that space is vacant. So what happens then? Since the space is vacant, water will take the space and the air will move away and bubbles will be formed. Yes or no? So tilt the first glass gently and let the air from that escape in the second glass. It is noticed that bubbles of air rush out from the first glass to take place and float the glass. And see what more thing you have to do. These bubbles where they are coming now, you try that bubbles go into the glass only. Okay. So when you tilt the second glass, these bubbles you have to take inside the first glass only. It is noticed that bubbles of air rush out from the first glass to take the place and when the bubbles rush out, that space is vacant. So what will happen then? That space will be occupied by water. Similarly, bubbles of air from the first glass take place in the second glass. So the bubbles of air which were there in the first glass that have now gone away will take the place in the second glass. That means bubbles were there. That means air was there. So air from one glass takes place in the second glass. That means you have basically collected it. Okay. Thus it is observed that first glass gets filled with water while the second one, the volume of air increases. So basically these bubbles from the first glass are collected into the like this. Okay, the bubbles will not go up. The bubbles are collected here. Okay. So in one glass it gets filled because of air coming out, and that air which is coming out is collected in another glass. Therefore, we can conclude that liquids and gases occupy space. So what we conclude? Thus, we conclude that liquids and gases occupy space. Okay, is it clear to all? Clear? So I'll repeat the experiment again, see what the thing is completely first. First of all, we have taken a bucket and we have taken 2 glasses. And what we have done in that one? We have taken a first glass and vertically we have lowered it in that bucket. We have seen that only 1/3 is occupied and 2/3 of the glass remains unfilled. Why? Because of the air being present in the glass. Okay, so since air is present in the glass, nothing can go. Only a little bit water has gone. 2/3 is still with air only, filled with air only. Then what you have done, we have taken another glass and then that glass also you have brought in a similar fashion only. In the vertical only. Okay, and then what you have done? We have tilted it. No, that glass is vertical only. The first glass you have tilted. And since you have tilted the first glass, air from the first glass will move out, and that is collected in the second glass. So since air from the first glass has moved out, can we say that that space is vacant now? And since the space is vacant in the first glass, the water will go and take the place. And since air is moving out as bubbles, that bubbles are collected where? In the second glass. Can you say first glass which had air initially, now that air has gone where? In the first glass, in the second glass. And the first glass is filled with water only. So whatever air was there in the first glass, that we have taken where? In the second glass now. So second glass which had already some air will have now more air. And this only concludes that liquids and gases occupy space. So this thing is clear here. And then there are general conclusions regarding investigations. See, after all these investigations only we are going to a conclusion that what exactly the pattern of things should be.